we're privy to so many incredible culture, and in those cultures we have amazing imagery, amazing poetry, amazing languages, that I wanted to, in my way, preserve that through the work that I do in fashion. I always say that South Africans have a very rich history, and I think sometimes it is often an oral history, but it's incredible and important to try and sort of solidify that history in object. And as a fashion designer, I feel like I can do that through cloth. Titled this one Lobola, which I was speaking to my colleagues yesterday. It's almost a bit of a story, because the first heritage started as just like the solo woman, and then it went into mother and child, and now we're focusing on Lobola and all the beautiful things that sort of come with it. Having interviewed people about their own Lobola negotiations, they say it's very exciting, it can be very stressful, and I wanted to capture that story through these dresses. So you'll see like celebratory prints of like a Zulu traditional Lobola ceremony or negotiation or belly negotiation. They all change slightly, but to sort of put it in a framework, I asked Olwetu to write an essay for people who might not be familiar with Lobola proceedings, especially our international clientele.
Olwetu
Leshabane.
Oh, okay.
Yes, she wrote an article called "Let's Talk About Lobola" that just summates it for a layman or someone who wouldn't necessarily know. I love the idea of having like conceptual framework, and then thinking of ways to break it down into a visual language. That's one of my favorite parts about how incredibly lucky we are to be from such beautiful, diverse cultures, and to be able to wear it proudly. I always talk about the importance of culture modernizing. So I'm Soto, and as much as I love the culture, I can't always necessarily be in like a Soto blanket all the time, because I have to, I have my day-to-day, but I still want to represent where I'm from. And I feel like the heritage capsule just does exactly that. It brings sort of your culture along into your day-to-day, but in a way that doesn't sort of hinder your movements in that sense, like this intersection of Afro-modernity, cultural modernity in that sense. So I think that's why it's so successful. It's a dress and it's a shirt that can exist in any context, a work context, a dress-up context, an evening context. And I think that's really predominantly why it's been such a success.